My, this all-you-can-eat is pretty darn good. And the wine tastes like it would cost about 3,000 bucks. Are you sure you're both on the right boat?
The bill will be $20,000, ladies.
What?
Trouble Busters!
Miss Helen, are you sure you want to pay for all of us today, too? Today, ma'am? My, aren't you a kind soul? As expected for the wife of a company president. Well then, thank you for the meal. My name is Helen. My friends, Miss Cynthia and Miss Sandra, always find some reason to not pay for themselves at lunch or cafes. Ah, yes, for the next little party you have planned, I hear you've booked a boat. Yes, ma'am. Durabasta? Was it called something like that? It's called the Trabasta. We'll be going too. I don't mind if you come, but... Okay then, it's decided. Oh, I am looking forward to it. We'll be treated to a feast on the boat. About that, ma'am? I'm really looking forward to it too. Is it really okay? Are those two here yet? It's almost time for the party to start. My, this all-you-can-eat buffet is pretty darn good. And the wine tastes like it would cost about 3,000 bucks. Honestly, though, Helen is truly too generous to treat us to high-class cuisine served on such a luxurious boat. Yes, this is also thanks to the relationship of trust we've built with her, darling. By the way, are they coming yet? Helen and the others, I mean. The meeting time is long since past, so I suppose we're allowed to eat first. Hello? This is Helen. Oh, Miss Helen. Why didn't you answer the phone, ma'am? I called you like 20 times. Oh dear, I'm sorry about that. But more importantly, why aren't you and the others here despite the meeting time's already passed? Pardon me? You and the others haven't come yet, Helen, so we're eating without you. Good gracious, it's a luxury cruise ship to begin with, and then comes the delicious cuisine. Darling Sandra's also very satisfied with this occasion. Oh, I put you on speakerphone. Miss Helen, thank you so much for today. Thanks to you, I'm so glad to be able to experience high-class cuisine. Ladies, it seems that we have a bit of a misunderstanding here, so... What do you want to say, Helen? Are you planning to cancel everything at the last minute? No, it's not a last-minute cancellation. Or maybe you're trying to deceive us. No, ma'am, perish the thought. Miss Helen, I never thought you'd be a person to do something like that. You said you'd pay for everything yourself, and now you bail on us? Inexcusable! This is the equivalent of a scam. Ladies, please, allow me a moment to... I'll say this since we're at it, but we don't really want to be friends with you, you know. What? You have loads of money. That's the only reason why we hang out with you at all. Indeed, if you weren't the wife of the company president and didn't have money to spare, there would be no reason to be friends with you. If you simply treat us to meals, it's enough. What's this all about? People with money help people who don't have money to spare. It's too obvious. You ought to be grateful because we let you keep the economy going. So you two were... Either way, you were the one who said they would pay, and I'm going to make sure you pay responsibly. Miss Helen, thank you for the meal. Hey now. Sandra, darling, a toast to us and to this feast. Let's do it. Hear, hear. Oh, I always had a hunch that the two of them had approached me because of my money, but it still came as a big shock when they said it out loud. But now that I know their true nature, I feel like I can let the beast within loose. I am so angry. Unforgivable. Troublebusters initiate. Whew, the final drink was awesome too. We're completely full now. Oh, waiter, the check, if you please. Miss Helen, did you hear us just now? We're very satisfied now, so we'll be heading home soon. Get over here quickly and pay the bill, if you please. Listen to me one damn second. What's wrong, Helen? I've been thinking this for a while, but are you sure you're both on the right boat? Huh? I was wondering what you'd say next. But then why didn't you come to the meeting place? We're here, though. We're on the Televastamar, as you mentioned. And where the hell are you and the others? The place we're meeting this time is the Trubasta. You see... Yes? Huh? I assume that the ship you and Miss Sandra are on is a luxury cruise ship? Yes, we are. The Trubusta is not a luxury cruise ship, but a houseboat. The names are a little similar, but the two are completely different ships. Trubusta at Televastamar? What? That luxury cruise ship is famous for being ridiculously expensive. I'm sure a glass of wine costs $3,000. No way. It couldn't cost that much just for that.
Thank you very much for enjoying our restaurant today, ladies.
Huh?
The bill will be $20,000.
What? Oh my lord. Seems like an enormous price, doesn't it? What? I don't understand. What the hell is this price?
At our restaurant, first-class chefs use the finest ingredients in the world to prepare the food you see. Additionally, the raw materials used for our rich selection of wine are also highly valuable. For that reason, we are only able to offer our world-class experiences at a slightly high price.
However, that shouldn't justify a single meal costing $20,000, should it?
We've received a fair number of orders, ladies, so we deem it only reasonable.
No way. But it's okay, we have Miss Helen. And I don't intend to pay a single cent. Why not? I believe you just stole my line, Miss Cynthia. Why should I have to pay? Because you were the one who hosted this social gathering. That's true. Wasn't it also you who booked the boat? Yes, I'm the one who hosted the social gathering, but I'm under no obligation to pay the full price of anything. Normally, the organizer would pay for everything, wouldn't they? Don't make up your own rules. It's been decided that each person is responsible for their own share. That's like putting out scissors when you see us put paper. I'm not cheating on rock, paper, scissors, Miss Cynthia. I sent it to the group chat, didn't I? I wrote down even the smallest details to prevent any further trouble. Did you really? Now then, I suppose neither of you read it properly. Shit. I thought not. But we didn't get the place wrong. Indeed, we came to the designated place to meet everyone. I found this out just moments ago, and it seems that the boarding points for the two ships were close to each other by happenstance. Not only the names, but even the locations? I can see a large luxury cruise ship over yonder. Could that be the Tulliva Guava Papaya, whatever you and Miss Sandra are on right now? What is that? You confused us both. You didn't say the name clearly. That's right. I also mentioned that in the group chat, that the meeting place was, quote, a houseboat by the name of Trubusta. I even made the effort to add houseboat. There is no way we could tell what a houseboat looked like. It's literally a house on a boat. So, the $20,000, don't tell me we'll have to pay it ourselves. Wherever we would have eaten, everyone was going to pay for their share. Wait a minute. You always paid for us, though, didn't you? If that's the case, then why wouldn't you this time, too? So you're asking me to pay a ridiculous amount of money to a place that I hadn't eaten anything at all? Well, considering... The amount is completely different from usual. First of all, I must say I think it's insane to expect people to treat you without a sign of apology or regret. Oh. And I've been holding back up until now, but this time, please pay for it all yourselves. No, please! And additionally, the two of you have been acknowledged by the restaurant as having canceled your reservations as last minute, so each of you will be charged $100 as a cancellation fee. Huh? It's written in the instructions that if you cancel on the day without notice, you will be charged the full amount. No! We're being forced to pay $20,000, you know. Why are you trying to add more? We're only charging you additional costs because these are the restaurant's rules. And if you can get the $20,000, an extra $100 won't change much of anything. Yes, it will change a lot.
It's about time for the bill, ladies.
Well, sir, glad everything's cleared up. I'd like to eat soon, so I'll hang up now, okay? Miss Helen?
Does this mean you can't pay as of now?
Well,
We are a business, you understand, so we'd be in trouble if you didn't pay.
Is deferred payment or something like that acceptable?
A deferred payment? You can't possibly believe.
Oh.
Ugh, what a damn day!
Alan?
Helen?
What's wrong? You look so panicked.
Well, see, I just got a bill for something I have no recollection of.
20 grand?
Why would a place like this bill me, and for such an outrageous amount, too?
Don't tell me.
Helen, do you know something?
Yeah, probably. My, to think that you'd invite us again, Miss Helen. And this time, you invited us, so you shall pay the bill. Yes, that's what I'm planning on doing when it comes to today's bill. Oh, you're quick to get to the point, as expected of a president's wife. Much appreciated. So, what did you want to talk to us about? The 20 grand from the other day? Yes. Then I wouldn't worry about that. It's already been taken care of. By which you mean you paid the bill fair and square, right? Of course. We are not the kind of people who rely solely on you, you know. Well then, can you say the same thing when you look at this? What is this? This arrived the other day at my address. It was a bill for $20,000 from the cruise ship Televastamar. So? The date the bill was issued and the amount of $20,000 are a complete match. It doesn't seem like a coincidence, does it? What a ridiculous accusation. Just because it arrived at your house doesn't necessarily mean we did it. That's right, we weren't the only ones on the ship that day. But my address is known by only a limited number of people. So it must have been someone else who did it. There were definitely other people who knew your address. I see. You sound so confident. Yes, we are. There's no evidence that we did it after all. Another idea is that someone else played a prank on you. Indeed, there's no evidence that you two did it. That's why I'm checking with you. If the people who sent the invoice, not necessarily the two of you, admit to this mistake and reflect on their actions, I don't want to make a big deal out of this. So, Miss Cynthia, Miss Sandra, I shall check one last time. You were not responsible for this, right? No, of course not. We don't need you to doubt us and our honesty. All right then, I shall check with the Televastamar. What? I'll contact the ship directly and find out who sent me the bill. I'm sure we can figure it out from the employees' testimonies, security camera records, and accounting history, to name a few ways to find them. No matter how expensive the restaurant is, it's unlikely that anyone would spend something like 20 grand on a meal in one go. I see. But wait, hold on. What's the matter? The two of you have nothing to do with this, right? I just thought that since the crew of the cruise ship are working hard, it's not exactly right to interfere with their work. Before we can get into the issue of interfering with their work, we need to clarify this problem. Why? You simply received one invoice, did you not? This case has nothing to do with us. The fact that a third party sent us an invoice falls into the crime of forgery of a private document. Forgery of a private? That's when a person falsifies the name of the person who created a certain document, and it is a federal crime. In this case, a third party used my name without my permission, so this is eligible for compensation. I don't really understand, but is it a pretty serious crime? Yes, forgery of a private document is a serious crime. Moreover, on this occasion, the person responsible for the crime used the signature and official seal of another person entirely. This makes it a forgery of an officially sealed private document, a far more serious crime. And the court sentence is said to be between 3 months and 5 years. You don't mean? In some cases, it could be prison time indeed. Prison? Oh, what's the matter, ladies? We were simply a little surprised when we heard prison could be the punishment is all. Wow, Miss Helen, you know a lot about this. Yes, I do. I may look humble, but I graduated from a law school after all. I have a fair amount of knowledge about the law. The more you know. With that out of the way, on to the Televastamar. Wait a minute. Why'd you stop me? If you haven't done anything, you won't be arrested. I'm only saying, maybe the person who sent the bill misunderstood something. A misunderstanding doesn't cover for something so huge. We're in trouble because we are being unfairly billed. If things continue like this, we will have to pay 20 grand. That's why we have to clarify everything first. It's fine, isn't it? Your family has money anyway. Why are you protecting criminals, ma'am? What they did was a legitimate crime. That's not what we're trying to do, but if you have money, it's not a matter of whether we have money or not. If we leave this kind of intentional malice alone, there's a possibility that more and more people will suffer from similar situations. To prevent that, we need to confirm with the ship and find the perpetrators.
We did it.
Hold on.
We admit we did it, so all's well now, right?
Why did you do something like that?
At the time, we were panicking because we couldn't pay, no matter what we offered, but then a crewman said that it could be paid by invoice.
The boat acknowledges that their menu is quite expensive, and the flexibility of deferred payment helped them and their customers multiple times.
That's not what I'm asking you. Why did they use my address instead of yours? Well, we thought that since you've always paid for us, you'd do us this favor too. Nice idea, huh? There's no way I'd pay for something like this.
Aww. I'm disappointed with the way you two acted.
Miss Helen, don't tell me. You won't call the police.
I just told you, didn't I? This is a legitimate crime.
But getting the police involved…
If you don't want to be pursued by the police, then pay $20,000 into the Televastamar. If we pay the money, will you forgive us?
Yes, but it must be paid today. If you don't pay today, I will file a report to the police. No, please, why today?
I think we can manage that.
What?
Even if it was 20 grand, that's the total for both of us. So I'll pay 1,000, and then Cynthia here will pay the remaining 19 grand. Case closed.
What? What are you talking about? Splitting it that way is ridiculous.
Because you were eating a lot more food, and the proof of that is that you've gained a couple of pounds.
I've always been a couple pounds over. And the most expensive thing this time was the wine, Sandra, and you drank quite a bit too, didn't you?
No, well…
More to the point, I believe you drank a lot more wine than I did, see? You don't know that. I didn't drink that much. No, you were.
This is so stupid. Why not just split it in half and call it a day?
Hell freaking no. If we split it in half, it's still 10 grand each. And who knows what our husbands will say when they find out.
Exactly. That's why I want to keep it down to about $1,000. Cynthia, darling, you'll give me the lighter end. Here.
That's what I should be saying.
You have a large body, so you let me.
That has nothing to do with this.
It's just endless, isn't it?
All right, gentlemen, you can come out now.
Huh?
We heard your stories.
Honey?
How are you here?
We heard everything from Miss Helen, you see?
Did you snitch on us?
Indeed. I knew that the two of you were guilty as charged because I contacted the Televastamar, and they confirmed it was you two traitors. So I thought that today I would have both your husbands present too.
What? You had already contacted the ship? Wait a minute, that's uncalled for.
Well, as you know, it's not right to accuse someone without evidence.
So why did you lie to us?
Because I believed that you two would repent your heinous actions.
Miss Helen said that if you and Sandra honestly confessed and repented your actions, she asked us to forgive you two, so we waited to see how things would go for a while.
Really?
However, when you two opened your mouths, excuses galore. I believed that you would repent what you did, but in the end, all you freaking did was pin the blame on each other, and it was a situation with no discernible end in sight.
Aww.
You say that, but we confessed that we did it, right, Sandra dear?
Yes, that's the truth. I told you, didn't I? The condition for me not making a big deal out of it was that they admit to this mistake and reflect on their actions. But I haven't heard a single word of regret from you yet.
No, that's…
Miss Helen, I think it would be better to give Cynthia and her friend what they deserve. I agree.
Hey now, wait, what are you talking about?
That's right. If you do something like that, our families will be ruined.
Your actions have already ruined our families.
If you two were truly remorseful, I would have thought about not reporting you to the police, but…
No, Miss Helen, I regret everything. I'm so sorry.
So am I. I promise never to do it again. I can't trust the words of people who are finally remorseful after they've reached the point beyond salvation.
No, truly. We are truly remorseful, you see. Hey, we're friends, aren't we?
Friends? After everything you've said to my face?
Huh?
Even I didn't want to ruin our friendship, ladies, and I didn't want to be in the eyes of those around me. So I did my best to avoid trouble as much as possible. But all the words you said to me the other day just broke me down.
What are you talking about?
Enough lies. You don't see me as a friend of yours, only as a convenient wallet for you to abuse. That's why you tried to make me pay the 20 grand without hesitation.
I never said.
It's true though, isn't it?
Miss Helen, we're really sorry about this. We'll leave the rest to your judgment.
Thank you.
Miss Helen, honey, wait a minute.
Please, anything but the police. Ladies, reflect on your actions, okay? Please, no. After that, the two were arrested for forgery of a private document by using someone else's name without permission. Both Cynthia's and Sandra's husbands paid the $20,000 for the Televastomar, as well as the additional $100 for canceling the Trubista without notice. However, this incident led to the divorce of both ladies. It seems that they'll be claiming the expenses that each of them paid as divorce alimony. $20,000 ended up being just the beginning for both of them, and their situation is now nothing short of comical. Meanwhile, since I severed ties with those two banshees, I no longer get pestered about money whenever I go out to lunch with my friends. Just because you're friends and have money doesn't mean you can ask for literally anything. You maintain a good relationship with other people only when you're on equal footing. Troublebusters!